I'm out. My brain just crashed. So let's see if we can get something out from this. So hi guys, my name is Pontus Hartman and I am the co-owner together with my better half of the Hartman drifting team. Yeah, I'm also the driver of the team and mostly the guy who makes all the mess, destroys the cars, and hopefully sometimes also performs a good result. It has been a little bit quiet from us the last couple of weeks. It's definitely not because of we have been working less. It's completely the other way around. We have been working day in, day out, planning for the future, talking with sponsors for around the budget for next season. Where should we race? What should we do? So I mean, it's so much more off the camera and on the off season that you can't even imagine. That's pretty much the most hectic time of the year is the off season, because that's when we have to find the budget, where to make all the sponsor talk, sign the deals, work with the team to update the car and do everything we can to be better and more competitive for the next season. So welcome to this first video of a series. This is going to be kind of a little boring stuff. I'm sitting here in my very nice studio, very professional, sitting here having all the parts. Anyway, this is going to be like a presentation. I'm going to talk you through a little bit previous seasons, a little bit all the stuff that led up to this point where we are at the moment. All the companies that have supported us for the years, that still supports us and are helping us to create our dream. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of talk in this video. We're going to give you some pictures of what we're talking about, cutting some videos during the process, but today is mostly about talking you through and giving you the information of what we do, and hopefully make you as excited as we are on this new project, this new era that we believe could be a very cool one. So yeah, bear with us, stay with us, and stay till the end. So you have finally got to see what the project is and what we've been working on the last few weeks, and will be working on for many weeks in the future. So the plan is to have this project finished before the season. Some of you might already know or have an idea what it is, but stay to the end and we will show you. Something we have been having some loose thoughts about for a while. Really haven't. It's not a long time plan or anything like that. We have been having ideas in our head that it would be cool, it would be great to kind of start over and do what we did wrong the first time, do it right this time, and have something more easy to work with. And that thought had been to maybe in the future build a new car, a new chassis. It could be whatever chassis. We like BMWs, so obviously a BMW chassis. It could be E46. We don't really had any plan on which kind of chassis it should be, but we really want to build a new chassis to basically refresh and do what we did wrong on the E46 we have, since that car basically from the beginning was built as a kind of bash car. It wasn't even a competition car the first time on track. It was just an M50 with turbo and nothing else. Nothing. It was all steel. We have some fender flares to cover up the wider control arms, but that's it. Didn't even have a roll cage in it. We have nothing. So and after that point we have been update the car every year, doing this, doing that, changing, cutting, welding, rebuild all the time, and that kind of makes the car not as easy to maintain as you want to. And that's where the thoughts start to grow, that maybe we should just try to keep it and build a new chassis from this beginning, and implement what we learned over the years to that chassis, and make a more competitive way in the service area. I mean, to use the car, to work with the car, to fix the car, all of those points. So basically, do it again and do it right. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the E46. It is a good car. It is fast. And the chassis, we never had any big problems with the chassis, more than the points that where this guy actually hit the wall or another car, or destroys it for other reasons than mechanical problems. So we got a opportunity to actually do this. We got an opportunity to buy a rolling chassis with a FIA homologated roll cage in it, and we took that shot to basically do these thoughts that we have been having. The team has been kind of excited about it. They have talked about it for a while, that we should try to build another one, and we should try to keep the old one, because the old one is actually what's brought us to this point where we are, where we can compete all around Europe. It has given us a lot of memories, but also it has torn our hair off for some times as well. And most of the problems we had with that chassis, or with the E46, was down to the engine side, where we really couldn't figure out how to run the Barra engine. We tried our best. We tried for 3 years. We went through a lot of different problems with it. We fixed them, and we came up with new problems all the time. So I'm not going to blame the engine at all, because obviously guys down under drives that engine for years, but we just couldn't get around those problems in drifting. So that's most of it, but that also took away a lot of energy, a lot of money, and a lot of energy to put down to it, to always fix the car and always try to be back on the track. We never miss a competition. So all these problems obviously did take away a lot of energy and money. So we did want a new start, a fresh start. Yeah, we don't believe that a new build will be some kind of a miracle, that's the weak point. It's absolutely not, because when the E46 runs, it runs very well, and it does now with the 2JZ engine, still runs very well. And it's the weak point of this is me, the driver. I am the weak point, to try to keep the car in one piece the whole weekend. And yeah, to be honest, it hasn't been easy with all the problems, since we didn't get any seat time out of it. We were competing a lot, but it was always some kind of problem. And when the engine ran, obviously, then an accident happened. I crashed into the wall, someone crashed into me, or whatever. Shit happens. Life, is racing. It can't be perfect all the time. It just has been some tough years. So we took the decision to try. We talked with a lot of potential sponsors, and initially we got a great response. We managed to team up with some of the biggest brands in the world of the tuning business, to be able to create our dream build. Basically, it's going to be built with only the best parts, with our thoughts into it. We have a strong team and a strong knowledge in the team. Some guys are new, some are old, but we have been around Europe. We have been competing. We've been to Latvia, Riga. We've been to Ireland, Mondello. We've been to Germany and Iron Drift King. We've been to Norway. So all these experiences and knowledge that we have put into ourselves over these years, we've been trying to implement in this build, to make a better build, to make a greater build, to make a build that's simple. Back to basic, simple, but a dream build with the best parts available. And hopefully that will give us a better foundation to work on with the new energy we have for the next season. I really can't tell at this moment where we're going to compete because we haven't finalized those plans. All we know is that we will try to put our team in the best possible place for the future and try to make the best out of it and work with the car. And as I say, we're going to keep the E46 because that's the foundation of the team. That's the car that we've been running, and I can't really sell it. It's in our hearts, really. It's been with us. The chassis has stood up with us for all these years, and it's still a very good chassis. So we decided to just keep it as it is and make the changes on a new chassis instead. Just reach a point where we think that it might work. We just might make this work. We have a small possibility to actually do this. So with that said, I also would like to say to other companies, if you are willing to be with us on this journey, contact us, because we're going to do this build series, one video at least every other week, perhaps one every week, depends on when parts coming in and the build speed. I mean, obviously we have normal day works as is on the way. Every one of us, we work on the weekend, we work on the evenings to try to make this car good. But yeah, so if we have more partners that would like to work with us for the future, please contact us. You can contact us here on this email. You can contact us on Facebook, Instagram, or in the comments on YouTube. So please subscribe to YouTube and do all that stuff, the normal stuff, you know. Click, like, subscribe, share. Do what you can to help us. And we will do our best to give you a back to basic series of how we build our dream car, to be a professional drift car, to be competitive in a pro level. And we're going to build this in our small 30 square meter garage with the help of friends, companies, team, and all that stuff. So I believe that we are down to the point where I should present what kind of car it is. Do you think? Yeah, so a few weeks ago we got the opportunity to buy a BMW E92 rolling chassis. I'm gonna put in a picture here. I really don't have much material from when we picked it up, but this is how it looked when we picked it up. And then we started to work on it. We started to cut off all the unnecessary steel. We have been removing all the undercarriage protection, the rust protection on the underside, which is one crappy job, as you can see here. We have prepared it for stitch welding, for all the manufacturing of the parts and everything. So this is our dream build. We are so excited to actually do it and to be able to keep the E46. And I'm going to be completely honest with you that we are not even sure yet that we will bring this to the finish point before the season, but that's our ambition, and we believe that it is possible. But we need your help, and we need more partners. We need your help to comment. Tell us what you like, tell us what you like to see, tell us what you don't like, tell us what we can do better, all that stuff. So we together can bring the best possible entertainment for you guys to bring this to life. So we are kind of nervous about it because we really want it to happen, and the whole project kind of depends on getting it to the finish line. We are pretty close, but it also is taking some determination from us and the team and everybody involved in it to actually create it to as good car as it can be and to have it up and running. And a little bit back to the E46. The E46, as I said, we will keep it. We'll keep the engine in it. We'll keep it as is, apart from a few parts. We will lift our Hollinger engineering Hollinger Germany gearbox, the RD6 6-speed sequential gearbox. We will lift that one to the new chassis. We will also lift the differential, the RTS quick change diff from the E46 to the E92. So yeah, as we believe the E92, we heard that the E92 is a very, very competitive chassis. It's a very capable chassis of speed. We see that in the past from other drivers who are competing with the E92 chassis, and they are really stable chassis. You can get some great potential out of them, and that's what we're trying to do. So that's why we believe that the E92, when it's finished, should be the better chassis to work in. So that's why we're lifting the parts over. We will obviously keep everything so we can lift them back in the E46. If something would happen, we would need E46 quick. We need a weekend with it, and then that could be back to full competition mode. Yeah, we're gonna keep the E46 as is for now, standing as a fully working chassis without the gearbox, without a differential, and we pretty much will put in a standard gearbox, like a BMW gearbox, and a standard E46 M3 or something differential to make it running. So we can have it as a practice car, we can have it as a show car or whatever. And if we sometime in the future needs it pretty quick for competition, we can just lift the gearbox, because we have the prop shaft, and we have everything to just lift up the Hollinger gearbox and the RTS differential. So that's where the plan is. We're gonna keep it except for these parts. So as I said, we do not think that changing chassis necessarily is a good thing, because the E46 chassis I have been driven now for a few years, but always been with changes, and now we have changed it as well. So we think that this was kind of the right point where we're gonna start over. We're gonna try to make things a little bit less complicated, and that's maybe this is the point, that it actually is good to at the same time jump into a new chassis. And I don't think it's a bad thing either to have two cars. We have some possibilities. We have two chassis. As I said, if something happens, we actually do have a chance to bring another chassis to life in a few days' time. And that can never be bad. It's a great strength to have in the team for our partner, for our sponsors. It shows our dedication to the sport, our dedication to the sponsors. It shows that we are determined to be here. We are dedicated. We are a team who don't have any plans to leave, but we do have plans to make a lot of more results than we've been having the last few years. So I'm kind of out of words. Been talking a lot more than I usually do. So I'm kind of a man of few words, but this is very exciting, and I feel that getting this out, the feeling out, I am very excited about it, and the car will be very good. When we build it, all the details we put into it feels really well. We do it with our heart, and all the team are thinking about every detail. I mean, we are standing 2, 3, 4 guys talking about a detail, rather than just fix it, just put it on there. We are talking about it for a time, thinking through every little detail, and we are also looking a lot on the cars already built. We're going to use bolt-on parts as much as we can. So we're going to use well-proven parts, a well-proven engine platform, a well-proven everything. So we are going to use it, and during this series of videos you're going to be able to follow us with it. You can come with, as I said, you can come with comments, you can help us build it, you can come with ideas, you can come with not only ideas on the build, but on the series, what we should do in the future, what you want to know. And in a few videos time, we'll try to have a question and answer video where you can send us questions and we're going to answer them. We have a lot of stuff coming up with our partners. So yeah, we're going to make the best out of it, and try to create a back to basics series which you can enjoy watching, see how we build it. That is not a very fancy way to build a car, it is a crap job, and in the closest videos we are going to go through that crap job, that greasy shit, you know, cutting, welding, grinding, creating all this stuff before the chassis actually goes to paint. It's mind-blowing what we've been able to create over our career. We've been competing now since 2018. That's 4 seasons. It's kind of a short time, but we have been able to create something with our partners that we are now able to use together to make some good stuff. So yeah, I'm lost for words. I'm completely, I'm empty. I like it. I love it. So yeah, we are going to try to make this a cool video. Stay with us. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social medias, share this, comment. Again, comment. Yeah, thank you guys. See ya.